Hi viewers, welcome to Ganisk YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to explain you how to create assembly drawing in Tekla Structures, just like this. Okay, let's start. Open Tekla Structures with US environment. Now we're going to create columns. So click on steel and select this column, and click on here to place the column, and we need to click on here and like this. Click on escape to exit the command. Now we're going to create beams. So select this beam and pick the first point here, and pick the second point to create beam like this. Now I'm going to create one more beam, so click on here and click on here too. Okay, now I'm going to create views. So select this grid, right click on mouse, create views along grid line, click on create and OK. Now open plan at 20 elevation, so click on this option and click on it to open. Now I want to create purlins, so select this beam and pick the first point here and pick the second point. Click on escape to exit the command. By default, we have I section profile, but we require purlin profile, so double click on it. Now click on here and select purlin Z. Click on modify and close this window. Click on this window and select this 3D view. You can see now I have the Z profile like this. Now click on window and set this plan at 20 feet. Now I'm going to move this purlin 2 feet in upward direction. So right click on mouse, move spatial linear. Click on clear. We need to move in y direction. You can see in the coordinate we need to move in y direction, so let's take here 2 feet. Now click on move. OK. Click on escape to exit the command. Click on space, right click on mouse, redrawing. Now we need to copy this purlin in upward direction. Select this purlin, right click on mouse, copy spatial linear, click on clear. You can see we required number of copies. We required 5 copies, so let's take here 5. And in the y direction, so let's take spacing between the two purlins 5 feet. Now click on copy. OK. Click on escape, click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. You can see now we have the 5 extra purlins here with the spacing 5 feet. Total we have 6 purlins. Now click on window and select this 3D view. You can see now we have purlins like this. Okay, now I'm going to give the connection between this beam to purlin. So go to application components by using the shortcut Control F. In search bar, type cold. You will get this component cold rolled overlap. Select this component and pick the main part as a beam and pick the secondary part as a purlin. Press the scroll button to create the connection between beam to purlin. Now close it. Right click on mouse, interrupt, click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. Use the shortcut Control R and pick the rotation point here and use the left mouse key to rotate like this. Okay, now I'm going to edit this connection. So double click on this connection. We need to give the projection here from center of clip to this side. Let's take here 5 inch. Click on modify. You can see you will get like this. Then click on modify, apply, OK. Click on space, right click on mouse, drawing. You can see you will get like this. Now I'm going to give the same connection for remaining purlins. So go to application components by using the shortcut Control F and select this component and pick the main part as a beam and pick the secondary part as a purlin and press the scrolling button. Repeat the same procedure for remaining purlins. Okay, that's it. Now click on escape to exit the command. Click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. Now close this window. You can see now we have purlin connections like this. Now coming to column to beam connection, go to application components by using the shortcut Control F. In search bar, let's take 144 connection. You can see you will get this component end plate 144 connection. Select this component and pick the main part as a column and pick the second part as a beam. Now close this window here. Right click on mouse, interrupt, click on space, right click on mouse, redraw view. Now I'm going to edit this connection, so double click on it and pan it like this with the scroll button. Now go to bolts tab. In bolts, let's take bolt size 3 by 4 inch, and we need to select middle, and let's take here spacing 4 inch, and number of bolts 3 in lengthwise, and the spacing let's take 4 inch, let's take 5 inch. Click on modify. Okay, let's take 4 inch here. Now I'm going to increase this connection plate little bit, so let's take here 1 by 16, 4 inch 1 by 16. Now click on modify. You can see you will get like this. Now coming to widthwise, let's take edge distance 2 inch, and number of bolts in widthwise 2, and spacing 4 inch. Click on modify. Okay, you will get like this. Now click on modify, apply, okay. Click on space, right click on mouse, drawing. Now I'm going to give the same connection for remaining column to beam connection. So go to application components and select this component, pick the main part as a column and pick the secondary part as a beam. You will get connection like this. Do the same procedure for remaining connections. Click on escape to exit the command. Now close this window. Click on space, right click on mouse, drawing. You can see you will get like this. Okay, now we're going to create assembly drawing for this beam. So select this beam, right click on mouse, create drawing and assembly drawing. Click on here and click on perform numbering. Now click on space, right click on mouse, drawing. You can see one drawing created successfully. Now go to drawing list by using the shortcut Ctrl L. Now double click on this file to open drawing. Now close this window here. You can see by default we have the assembly drawing like this. Okay, now I'm going to adjust this position. So click on this box and use the left mouse key to adjust the position and place it here like this. Now click on this drawing and drag it here. Okay, we have the total dimension here. We require this dimension, and we have the running dimension also here like this. You can see now we have multiple sections, section BB, but we don't require this much. So select this boundary. You can see now this is the original section view BB, remaining are dummy. So now I'm going to remove this, delete this section BB. We don't require, all are same, and we require this section, so keep it. This is also dummy section. You can see, select this section AA. You can see this is the original one and this is the dummy one, but we require this section because these two plates are same, so keep it. Now click on here and drag and place it like this, and this one also like this. Okay, now coming to here, we don't require this center line, so double click on it, remove center line, then click on modify, apply, okay. We don't require this symbol, so double click on it, remove tick mark here, connecting side mark, then click on modify. You can see we don't have symbol. Similarly, select this symbol, then click on modify to remove the symbol like this. Click on apply, okay. Now coming to here, we need to create the part marks for this I section profile and angle and these plates. So select this I section profile, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now I have the part mark B1. Hold the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position, and let's take here the part mark like this. Now we're going to give the part mark for this plate. So select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see now I have the part mark P1. Similarly, we're going to give the part mark at here. And for this angle also, select this angle, right click on mouse, add mark and apply. You can see all angles are same. To verify it, you can see count these angles 1 2 3 4 5 6. We have 6 angles. So coming to in the bill of material, you can see now I have quantity 12. but we have only 6 angles. You can see now we have the quantity assembly drawings 2 means double the angle quantity. That's why we have angle quantity 12. So our angles are same, so no need to give the part marks for each and every angle. Just double click on this part mark. Now scroll it down and select this text and click on add. In bracket type TYP, then click on OK. Now click on modify, apply, OK, and click on here and use the left mouse key to adjust the position. You can see TYP indicates the typical. Typical means remaining this part mark for remaining angles also. Okay, now coming to weld symbol. This plate should be welded to this I section profile. So we need to give the weld mark here. So go to annotations and select this weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the second point to create weld mark. By default we have the single side weld, but we require around weld for this plate. So double click on it, click on here and select around weld, then click on modify, apply, OK. Similarly we are going to weld at here. So select this weld mark and pick the first point and second point to create weld mark. Now coming to here, this angle should be welded to this I section profile flange. So we need to give the weld symbol here. So select this weld mark and pick the first point here and pick the second point to create weld mark, like this. We don't require around weld, so double click on it and remove around weld symbol, then click on modify. We need to weld on both sides, this side and this side. So we need to give the double side weld. So click on here and select this symbol and type here the weld size 3/16. Click on modify, apply, OK. So no need to mention this weld size for each and every angle, just mention in the weld size typical. So double click on it. In text reference, let's take here TYP, then click on modify, apply, OK, like this. Now we're going to move this B1 part mark. So hold the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position of this part mark. You can see now we have the typical, indicates that remaining angles should be welded with this weld size. Okay, now coming to the section AA, you can see now I have the dimensions here. Just remove these dimensions. Now I'm going to create once again, remove this part mark also. First of all we need to give the part marks. So select this plate, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now I have the part mark like this. We don't require this typical symbol, so double click on it, select this typical, remove, click on modify, apply, OK. You'll get like this. Now coming to this I section profile, select it, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Click on here and place it like this. Now coming to here, we need to give the relation between this plate to I section profile. So we need to give the dimensions. So go to dimensioning and select this horizontal distance. Pick the first point and second point here and third point and click on here to place the dimension with the scroll button. You can see now this dimension from edge of plate to middle of this I section profile and edge of this plate. Similarly we need to give vertical dimension also. So select this vertical distance and pick the first point here and pick the second point at the middle of this web and pick the third point at here and press the scroll button to place the dimension like this. Okay, that's it. Now coming to this section view, section BB, and now in section BB remove these dimensions once. I'm going to give the part marks. So select this angle, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now I have the part mark here. Now I have the part mark here, A1. Similarly we're going to give the part mark for this I section profile. So select it, right click on mouse, add mark and applied. Now I have the part mark B1 here. We don't require hatching, so double click on this I section profile. Now go to fill and click on here and select none. We need to select none. Click on modify, apply, OK. Now we need to give the dimensions here. You can give the edge distance from angle edge to flange edge, or you can select from edge to center of this clip or edge of the flange. Okay, for example, we're going to give the edge distance here. So select this horizontal distance and pick the first point and pick the second point here and press the scroll button to place the dimension here half inch. Similarly, you can give the dimension in this direction also. Pick the first point and pick the second point and press the scroll button to place the dimension. Select this part mark, hold the shift and left mouse key to adjust the position of this part mark. You can see now I have the edge distance half inch, half inch. This indicates that this clip angle should be at the middle of this flange from this dimension. Now I'm going to adjust these section views. So click on this box and drag and place it like this with the left mouse key. Click on it and use the left mouse key to adjust the position like this. Okay, this is the level of this beam. If you don't require, then you can delete it like this. Okay, now we have the bill of material in the list here, part marks and quantity and profiles and length and weight, and we required 2 assemblies, quantity 2 like this. Now use the shortcut Ctrl S for save it. Now close the window here. Okay, that's it about how to create assembly drawing for this beam. If you like this video, please like it and share it. If you have any doubts, please comment below. For more Tekla structure related videos, please go to my channel youtube.com/GaniSK. I will provide this link in the description below of this video. Please go through it and come here. Under videos, you can find out so many Tekla structure related videos. I hope these videos might be helpful to you. And at the top right corner, please click on subscribe button. If you subscribe, you will get notification or updates when uploading new video. So please click on subscribe. Okay, thank you.